Daisy's like, what is she doing? I can hear you purring. Hey, watch your hands there so you don't hit her in the eye or nothing, dude. That one day you almost caught her in the eyeball, so be careful with her. Do not hurt her. Hey, you gotta be careful, be gentle. You hearing me? Hey, be careful with her. Be careful with her ears. You're okay, Daisy. You don't have to go nowhere. Come here. You don't have to go anywhere. I just wanted to be careful with you, okay? She's like, do it some more. How's that ear jam tasting? Hey, I told you, be careful. That's what she just told you. Be careful. Be easy, dude. Your teeth are a little bit sharper than you think they are. You two are adorable. And to think, Daisy, the first 4 or 5 days we had you, you were hissing at me and growling at me and her. Really, me. You were really pissed off at me. But as soon as I explained that I wasn't trying to replace her mom, because she adopted Jackie as her mama immediately when I brought her home. She's only 8 weeks old. And I told her, after about 4 or 5 days of her growling and hissing at both of us, especially me, I finally explained to her that I wasn't replacing her mama. I was just, that this is also my baby now, so this is like her aunt and not her new mom. And from that point forward, you see it. You see how best friends they are. They hang out all the time. And Daisy actually hangs out with her more than she did with Jackie. At least when I'm around. I don't know about when I'm not, but she comes up and sits with us constantly on the couch. Now I can actually call her and she will come to us if we're sitting over here. Yeah, and that's the big, bad, dangerous Pit. Pit mix. She's a mix with something. I don't really know what, because just like Jackie, she was a mix, but all I can see is the Pit. And you see how mean and terrible they are, She's over here making best friends with the kitty cat. It was cussing her out the first 4 or 5 days, and now they're best friends. As long as Daisy knew I wasn't trying to replace her mama. And she's like, oh, this is my aunt, cool. And they've been best friends ever since. And more as time goes on. It's only been a couple months now, and they get closer and closer all the time. It's crazy. Yeah, that's them Pit mixes that so many people hate and say are so mean and terrible. They tried to, I'm pretty positive, and the vets said the same thing, that pretty sure that somebody's trying to make her into a fighting dog, because she has big scar in her ear right here. She had teeth mark scars all over her. She had open wounds when I found her on her shoulder and armpit. And someone said, the doc told me, and I honestly think so too, that they were trying to make her into a fighting dog, and she just wouldn't do it. So they bred her. Unfortunately, they bred her first when she wasn't even full grown, and then abandoned her, dumped her off somewhere. At least she's good, but I know she worries about it, and I'm worried about God only knows whatever's going to happen to her babies. I just hope and pray. I literally pray, and have prayed multiple times, that the police raid that scumbag's house and take all the dogs away and find good homes for them. Because not only did she have babies when she was still just a baby herself, and they were taken away from her, but now she has to sit, and I don't even like talking about this in front of her. Now she has to sit and wonder what's going to happen to them, because she knows where she came from. And I'm sure she has a pretty good idea that their life may not be good at all. Seriously, I pray that the police raid that house and take those babies away from those fucking scumbags. But that's about all I can do, because I don't know where she came from. If I knew where she came from, I'd like to go take the puppies, but I have no idea where she came from. No tags, no nothing. So, do the best we can and give her the same home and loving that Jackie got and Daisy gets, and try to make her smile every day. Right, doggy? I'm sorry about bringing up your babies. I know it's not something you probably like thinking about, but I wish people understood that animals are very much connected to their babies. just like people are. I mean, if somebody had a baby and then someone immediately, within give them a few weeks and take them away from you and sell them to somebody, you never see them again. Yeah, people wouldn't be okay with that. So why they think animals are cool with that, I have no fucking idea. But it's horrible. Although I gotta say, with Jackie, I was always pissed that I wasn't the one that found her at the gas station. Because, get out of her butt, dude. What are you doing? I know that's what animals do, but come on, we're on camera here. I always wished that I had found Jackie so that so she wouldn't have been spayed. Because they spayed her, and she was only there a couple days, and she was already spayed by, by the time that by the time I found her, she was only there a couple days, and she was already spayed. So that option of ever one day being able to have puppies for her, that she, actually gets to keep one, like, my plan was if we, what I wanted to do is if we ever had enough money and knew enough people to have, like, more than enough people ready to take, one of her babies, somebody that I know and that we can set up regular visitation with and go see them, and then keep one of the puppies for Jackie to raise, and then she get to go see, look at this dog, she's climbing across the gap between the couch and the coffee table to come sit by me. Hi, pup. And, in that way, if we knew enough people, then we could have good homes for them, people that I know, so I know they're going to take care of them, and make sure that we can, make regular trips over to go see them. And that time and, that situation never presented itself anyways with Jackie, because I never had the money and didn't have people that could, take the rest of them. But since I found her, the vet told me I needed to get her spayed, and I was like, you know what, let's just hold off, because once I do it, it's done. I can't undo it. But I just want to wait, because if that time ever comes, since this poor girl had to have her babies taken from her once, I'd like for her to be able to have babies again down the road, raise one of them, and teach it, kind of pass off her personality with them. And the rest of them, we find, people that we actually know and set up visitation with, make, somewhat, at least like semi-routine trips out to go let her spend time with all her different babies and take the puppy with and everything. So hopefully one day we can do that, but that's why I've held off on getting her spayed, because I really, really, I don't want to lose that option. Now, if I don't have both the money, the time, and the ability, well, I say both, but like if I didn't have all of the above, the money, the ability, and time to put in the proper care, and if I didn't have enough people to take, because I don't know how many puppies there's gonna be. If there's 5 of them, I want to have like 10 people in line, for 1 through 10, and then number 1 they get the first pick, number 2 gets the second pick, and so forth until we have all of them except for the one that we keep, and then go set up chairs. Wait, you want to eat my hand? She wants to. I think she's hoping I still have, like, food grease on my hands from lunch. But no, I wash my hands throughout the day, babe. Yeah, there's no food grease there. I know. You're probably getting a little taste of coffee. See? And most people that don't like pits would see this, and they'd see her open her mouth, and they'd be scared. I mean, I get people, even with her, she's still a puppy. One day, downstairs at the shop downstairs, a guy drove up in a delivery truck, and we were coming around the building, taking her in. We were done doing our business and coming back in, and he got out right as we were walking by, and he like stopped and like hesitated and like didn't move and walked by, and like she started barking a little bit with her little puppy bark, pretty much telling the guy like, hey, why aren't you petting me? And if he was hesitant to begin with, but once she started to bark a little bit, then he like, I swear he almost like backed up a little bit. I'm like, dude, she's not trying to fucking attack you, dickhead. She wants you to fucking pet her and to be friends with her too. It's just weird to see how people do that. People do that with me and Jackie. They'd like if we were going down for a walk down the bike trail, when they start getting closer to us, they would literally like, go out and around, out in the grass and go out and around us. I'm like, are you that fucking seriously that ridiculous? And of course, all dogs bark, but if they hear a pit or a pit makes bark, what are you doing? Hey, Slick. Can you not handle that right now? I don't want no kisses now, weirdo. Get out of here. And, if somebody were walking a dog that's not a pit or a pit mix, and they're passing somebody else that has a dog that also is not a pit or a pit mix, and the other dogs started barking. They'd be much more willing to let them say hi and chat for a second. But people don't realize barking is one way that animals talk to each other. It'd be like if there was some big giant race of aliens that made us their pets. If we saw each other, of course we're gonna want to talk. We're not gonna want to just sit there in silence and just stare at each other and smell each other and go on about our day. But a lot of people are okay with it when it's not a pit or a pit mix. But when you put the pit factor in there, even if it's just a mix, people get awful weird about it. As soon as they bark, they're like, they look at you with this like, is your dog being aggressive? Like, no, dickhead, she's saying fucking hi, you dumbass. If you'd better, she'd stop barking. But, Jackie was better about it. But, this one's still a puppy, and, she likes to yell at people for not petting her. How's your foot taste, dude? You just had lunch, I swear. You just ate before you left Grandma's house. So, I don't know. That shit used to piss me off for a little while when I had Jackie. And after a while, I was like, man, fuck him. I'm like, good. Go out the fuck out around us, pussy. Like, oh, God, it's so ridiculous. Even people who have larger dogs, not even like just little dogs. Like, you have a dog that's the same size as Jackie or her, and, we haven't been around people when we go for walks. But, it's like with Jackie, they have a dog who's bigger than Jackie. And because she's a pit, they'll go out and around us, or like pull their dog away as they're passing by each other, not let them make any contact. And, heaven forbid she bark, because then it's like, oh no, they're trying to attack and kill my dog. No, they're not. You're just an idiot. This little poor doggy. Somebody just put her literally through hell and back. But thankfully we found her. I so was not ready for another dog at all. I was planning on waiting at least 3 to 5 years. And then God, that was quite often in my life, has other plans for us. So, here we are. But it's all right. It's all right. I do love her. I mean, Jackie's always going to hold a special place in my heart because that was my first dog that was my own dog, and I don't know, that she's my whole world. Literally was my whole world. Every minute, every second of free time I had, I tried to spend every bit of it with her. And I'm trying to do the same with Ripley here. Ain't that right, doggy? Can you say hi? Hey you. Hey you, doggy. A little puppy face. Hey, look at me real quick. Look up real quick. No, just hang tight a minute. Hold on. Hold still. Look at that little puppy face. How could anybody ever be mean to this girl? How the fuck can anybody ever fucking... I don't know how anybody could ever... I just don't get it, man. I literally would love to just personally cut those motherfuckers' throats. Up close and personal, and just watch the life fade from their eyes. I swear they should take people that do shit like that to animals and fucking hang them. Same with rapists and child molesters. Take rapists, child molesters, and people that abuse elderly or abuse animals, and just Friday night take over all the fucking channels and just hang them. One at a time. And show people what would happen if you do fucked up, sick, disgusting shit like that. And I'm willing to bet in a very short amount of time, I don't think you get but probably 1 or 2 Friday nights of hangings, because people would probably quit that shit really fucking quickly. As it is, they don't quit because they know there's, not very strong consequences to their actions, especially when it comes to animals. People can fucking, abuse and treat animals like shit, and a lot of times the law won't do anything about it. I talked to someone who was a code enforcement for a town, and she said that, most times, she tried, because she loves animals too, and she tried to get animals that are living in shit homes, report this, and the fucking judges barely ever do shit about it. Most times they don't do anything. They don't even take the animal away. They just let them keep on going in a miserable fucking existence. Like one guy that she had to go to a house for something, and the guy had his dog sitting out in like 90 to 100 degree heat in the sunlight, chained to something with no water all day long, day after day. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? How could you do that? It's the same as, like, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people just don't realize this. Next one, So I don't judge when I see people doing this, but it makes me nervous when people let their dogs hang out the window. That shit is fucking crazy. I mean, if they're strapped in, well, I can't really turn it. If they're strapped in, at least they're strapped in, but it's like, that don't necessarily mean shit, you know? It just doesn't necessarily mean anything. I mean, anything could happen. You know, especially if it's hooked to their collar. You know, if you have a thing that's hooked to their collar, if they do decide to jump out the window, you're going to hang your dog as you're driving down the street. You know, what? I don't know. The reason that I feel so strongly about, like, Jackie, I never let her even sit up when we're driving. She sat in the front when we had a pickup truck that only had 2 seats, but once we had SUV, always in the back. The whole back seat in our car now was all hers. Now it's all Ripley's. And I got a whole big seat cover and some big blankets folded up, like moving blankets to lay on, and got a blanket and pillow and everything. Got a light blanket, a heavy blanket, and a pillow. But I won't even let them sit up because I don't want them to come flying up front and hit their head or throw the car in neutral or something while we're cruising. And mostly I don't want them to get hurt if something has to happen or if there's an accident or what have you. I want them laying down so they'll hit the back of the seat instead of anything else. But there was this married couple and they had a small dog and they always let it go in their back seat of their car. And they rolled the windows all the way down for it. Always. They said they always did it that way. They'd let their dog run around back and forth and hang out the windows and just, oh, it's so cute. Until the day came where their dog saw something, jumped out the window, and they ran over and killed their own dog. I mean, it was dead. Instantly. And like, I mean, what would even be even worse? I mean, imagine if that family, if they had done that and like, just severely injured their dog to where it was going to die, but it was just still alive and suffering, like a broken back, you know, or a smashed head and it's still alive and going through that shit. Like, I mean, how do you, on the spot, could you put your dog down like that on the fucking spot? I mean, it's, oh my God. But I see it all the time. I've seen a couple times, I've seen dogs look like they're getting ready to jump, and I'm just like, dude, what? I don't know how people don't see it. It's like, if you wouldn't let your kids hang out the fucking windows while you're driving around, you shouldn't let your dogs hang out the windows either, because it's not any fucking safer for them. In fact, it's probably less safe, because there's always a chance with a kid, you could tell them, get the fuck back in the car. You know, your dog may or may not listen to you. Your kid may or may not listen to you too, but I mean, you know, it's just, it freaks me out, man. Every time I see that, I always pray that the dog's safe and okay, and then nothing happens. I don't know why she sounds so wheezy when she curls up. I keep trying to teach her, hey, stretch out, babe, stretch out. How you gonna sound like an old lady and you're just a puppy? But she, trying to teach her. It took a little while with Jackie, because I think Jackie just had a bad home. Somebody adopted her and just treated her like shit and then abandoned her. After, you know, making her have babies that they took away from her. And, I lost my train of thought on that. I'm trying to, teach them that, because when they sleep curled up like that, like a lot of times, not always, I mean, and sometimes animals just instinctively do that, but a lot of times it's a defensive position, a defensive way to sleep, especially abused animals will sleep curled up like that a lot. Somehow it's a defense mechanism. And I keep trying to teach her that if she stretches out and, uses a pillow and blanket and so forth, that it's so much more comfortable than, curling up in a circle. So with Jackie, it took me a little while. At first, I didn't even think about it, but then after a while, I started working on it, trying to get her to, stretch out. Plus, they sleep, both of them sleep next to me every night. Jackie always slept next to me. She always sleeps next to me. So I stretch out then, but, it's like after a while, Jackie realized that she didn't have to curl up anymore, and that it is much more comfortable to just stretch out. And from that on, that's what she did. If she stayed home and I checked on her on the camera, she'd be sprawled out on the bed. So we're getting there with her, but she hasn't quite gotten there yet. But I need to get a video of her whenever I come in to my mom's house to pick her up and just see how the term going ape shit, that absolutely applies to her because this is what she does. She goes fucking bonkers. I mean, just bombards me with kisses. I mean, literally, it's like she can't get close enough to me. She just has to be right there, and it's just still not good enough. Then she's giving me kisses, like still not good enough. She's like, I just gotta be right there, and then she'll start jumping. And then if I push her back, like we'll play around, and I'll push her back and let her come running at me again. A lot of times she'll fucking jump. She'll jump up on when I'm on my knees. Like I'll get down on my knees, and she'll jump, and I catch her on my shoulder. She's crazy. She'll do this for like 10, 15 minutes where she just like is just so fucking happy to see me. Even though it's been a couple months now and she knows I'm coming back now at this point, she's just still so excited to see me, and I fucking love it. You could just see the just complete and utter joy that she has knowing that she's safe and she's got a good home now and that her papa came back for her again. And I don't know, but I don't, a lot of people, scientists really say animals have no consciousness and they live on instinct only and blah, blah, blah. I don't believe any of that shit. Apparently, I've never been around animals, or the ones that have were probably locked up in cages and fucking terrified. But animals have personality. Personality is not crucial for survival, I wouldn't think. But maybe scientists can make an argument for that. But happiness, that's not a survival instinct. In fact, trying to survive can make you very unhappy. But happiness, and when you see the ones that you love and you get so excited like that, like she gets excited for my brother. Jackie saw it. Jackie just loved my brother. Loved him. And same with Ripley. She just loves him. And she'll get excited when he comes in. But when I walk in the door, it's a whole nother story, man. She goes fucking apeshit. Literally just loses her mind. She's like, ah! Just comes. Hey, see, here's Daisy again. See, didn't even call her. Here she is. She's like, all right, more time to visit. I can't. Hi, here she goes. She's like, oh, I gotta clean them ears for you. Hi, babe. But, yeah, the big, mean, old, scary pits that so many people are terrified of. You see her bat wings when she puts that down. Hey, what's this down here? They're bat wings. Looks like a bat facing that way. Like it just landed on her head and stuck his wings out. Yeah. That's that mean old doggy. Look at it, just terrible. Ugh, so mean, aren't you? You're just so mean. Yeah, I know. Anyhow, hope everybody's having a great night, great weekend. I'll catch y'all later. Finally got my knife mailed in today. Took a couple days. I felt the thing on Friday, I think, and then didn't get it mailed out till today, but I did officially put it in the mail today. So when it comes back, I will take a look at it and do a quick video on that. And y'all have a fantastic rest of your week. And being that it was Veterans Day Monday, to anybody that has served, thank you for your service very much, because it is just insanely huge sacrifice to make for everyone else. And I personally thank you. The rest of y'all have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. What are you doing, dude? She's literally, I thought she was licking the couch. No, she's just cleaning her other foot. She loves her shoes and gloves that Jackie wears. I've been using those for her too, and she's never even did any high stepping. She wears them like she knows what they are. But every time she always like detailed, goes through it and cleans her hands and her feet up. Can't tell if she's allergic or something, but it almost seems like it the way she acts. But I don't ever see any signs of allergies. Like no weird reactions, no swelling, no rashes, no nothing. So I don't know. I just don't want her feet getting fucking nasty. Plus, the school across the street from us, we go walking a lot. The geese love landing over there. I love all animals. I love pretty much all animals. I mean, there's probably some I might not like, but, as animals in general. Like, I love geese, too. I got no beef with the geese, but, man, they are disgusting. They will land over there in herds and just shit all over the fucking place, and then take off and go somewhere else and then go shit all over that place, and then just keep on moving around. And, and they just keep returning over here. And, you can't go 5 inches from any pile of shit without hitting another pile of goose shit. It's everywhere. So trying to walk with her, I don't want her stepping in it and then licking it off her feet or her hands. And I don't want stepping it myself, but I definitely don't want her trying to eat it. Because, doggies are nasty like that. They will eat some poop. Ain't that right? Yeah, we ain't giving me the chance. All right. Y'all have a great week. Later.